So in this part 4, we will now try to, instead of rendering these hard-coded items text here, we're going to try to render something from here, right? Okay, so now first let's make sure everything works. So I'm going to say mmake. First I'm going to navigate to the src folder. So I'm going to say cd src and mmake main.m. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to say mreactor. Okay, so if I go to the local host here, you can see that everything works as expected, as you can see here. Okay, that's fine. Now we want to now render something from the model here. So if I come here and just remove this text, actually this is the procedure I'm following here. So if I come here and remove this text and say, for instance, I just say, I put in just model, okay. What is going to happen? Is it going to render these two items? Let's just check. Let's just see. So I'm going to say Command C, and I'm going to say save everything. Close this one first, and clear my console and say make main.m. Now it fails because now the div here requires a text, so it doesn't really need a record. So I can actually say model.value. Now it should be able to render this. So if I go back here and say mmake, now it seems give me one. Okay, so actually model.name. Yeah. So command S to save. Command Y. Command X to save everything, and mmake now is gonna. So it works now. So if I go back here and refresh the page, so let's refresh. Okay, I'm gonna start my mreactor. Okay, so perfect. So now it displays what we have there in the model, as you can see, Titan. But now, assuming I have a value here, let's say 99, and I say model.value. Now, what I'm doing now is also explained here. Now, I want to display model.value. If I try it, you see that it actually will not work. So now I'm using model.value. And if I try to say mmake to recompile this, it fails, and it tells me try using string.toInt. Okay. So what we have here is we have a value here. This is an integer, but what we have here is what is required here is a string. So we can simply say we can use a function from int. So from int is going to convert this the value from integer to string and render it as a string. So if I save everything now and run this application or try to compile it, it also fails because from int is not found. So from int comes from string. It has to be imported, so I'm going to say import. Actually, I can try to use IntelliSense. No, IntelliSense does not work here. Okay, so I'm going to say here import string exposing. Can actually do this, but I can say expose from int. From int, now it's going to convert it to string and render it as a string. So if I go back to compile this code, you can see now I need to put this in brackets so that it's going to understand that this is the text. The result of the evaluation returns the test. All right, so but one thing you can notice about if you are reading the error messages, it's telling you exactly what to do. So it tells you here, test function expects one argument but got two. Now it tells you there are missing commas or missing parentheses. In this case, we have missing parentheses. So if I recompile it now, it works. And if I use my mreactor you will see that it displays perfectly well on the web page. So if I come back here and refresh, you can see it displays the value 99. So this is how to render the screen your model, and then also to use a function from int. Actually, there's also another function called to int to actually change values from integer to text and actually and render them on the screen. Okay, so we've come a long way. Then we are going to be talking about buttons and text boxes in the next part. How do we grab an item from the text box and render it on the screen on a button click. So I'd like to thank you for viewing. Please remember to subscribe to my channel if you've not subscribed. Also leave me a comment if you have any challenges following my lessons. I remain kind on the Tech Pro and I'm always there for you.